Okay. Unfortunately, my YouTube channels have been demonetized. So this is kind of a video where I'm going to talk about why they were demonetized and how I plan to pivot out of it. So if you watch any of my previous YouTube channels, you know they're generally pretty edited and scripted. This one is just very much raw of me talking to the camera because I want to get better at talking to the camera rather than just having reading a script and chopping it up. So unfortunately, my YouTube channels were demonetized. At the time of demonetization, I had six, maybe around half a dozen YouTube channels that were completely automated, meaning I had VAs, virtual assistants, who were in the Philippines and India running them. And I was maybe spending 20 minutes to an hour, maybe an hour and a half a day working on it, and it was just running itself, and it was really good. For me, the last few months have been the most money I've made in that time period in my life. So I was doing pretty well. I was making hundreds of dollars a day in profit, a good amount for me, and things are looking pretty positive. So for the next few months, I had planned to solely focus on YouTube automation. And I was just planning to go into a cave and just grind out YouTube automation, just grow channels, automate, better margins, better videos, expand, short form content, etc. But that plan has become a little more complicated with everything getting demonetized. So I even shaved my head about a month ago, kind of as a monk mode type thing. If you're not familiar with what monk mode is, it's when you really just focus on yourself and work for a certain period of time, and you don't go out, you don't focus on dating, hooking up, all that stuff, and you just focus on your work. So I shaved my head, and it's kind of growing back in this weird way now. So I thought I wouldn't be filming a lot of videos of me talking. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So that was the plan, but YouTube completely demonetized everything. So this happened a week or so ago. And the reason that YouTube said that they did it was because of repetitive content, meaning my content was repetitive, it was auto-generated, it wasn't real, authentic content, which YouTube is not wrong. That is correct. It is repetitive content. It's auto-generated. The type of content is related to Reddit and taking stuff from Reddit and posting on YouTube and having a very simple, a simple video layout of the text on the screen with someone just reading it. So, YouTube's spot on with what it is, but previously YouTube had allowed that content to be monetized. But now they haven't. And I know it's not just me, because other channels that I follow that do similar content, in the 3-day period that all my channels got demonetized, all those other channels also stopped making videos, which I assume because, they were demonetized, unless it's some crazy coincidence, which I doubt that's the case. So it's really frustrating because I really believe in YouTube automation, and I'd made videos where I was yeah, it's a great business model, but now it makes me question how sustainable it really is if YouTube is just going to shut everything down. And I think that this has to do with the proliferation of Chat, GPT, and AI, and I think more and more people are using AI to make content, and therefore YouTube is going to have to be stricter with what is allowed on their what is allowed on their platform in terms of a voiceover from an AI, or content that looks like it's just being scraped and put on YouTube. So it makes YouTube automation really challenging because the automation part is at its core of automating a channel, while it's becoming harder now. So that's really frustrating. It's not the end of the world. YouTube automation is my main source of income, so it's a little frustrating. It went from doing well to zero. However, first of all, the demonetization is temporary. It lasts for a month, and then I can reapply which I know like I can change things to reapply to get in. So, it's not permanent, but at the same time, I was like planning to grind it out, get to a certain point of monthly income, and then start like making more personal branding content, because I feel like I had like made it as an entrepreneur more so or less. I don't know. I feel like at a certain point in a few months, I would have been comfortable like making more, advice content or content related to how I built this business. So since it's kind of put on pause, I've decided to take this month to kind of pivot to something else while I continue working on YouTube automation in the background. So this video has kind of been like all negative about like the negative things, but I can see how this is actually a positive, because I can focus on more personal branding and other forms of income while, YouTube automation, I continue to figure things out. So one type of content that I've seen do really well recently is YouTubers making videos about like trying something new for 30 days. So it could be like trying YouTube automation or trying drop shipping or trying, TikTok for 30 days. And then they make a video about how they did that, and then they post that. And that type of content has been doing really well. Like I've seen so many really small YouTubers that will make one video like trying YouTube Shorts for 30 days, and it will do really well and like get like 100K views. So starting today, I'm going to start focusing on that type of content for this channel. So I am going to like try different streams of income. Maybe I'll try e-commerce. Maybe I'll try, I don't know, YouTube Shorts or something, or TikTok. And I'm going to try for 30 days and kind of document and be trying it, and hopefully post it here, and hopefully it does well. So that's kind of how I'm going to pivot with YouTube automation being broken a little bit. It's also good, like I'm not just doing it for the content side. I also need to like maybe find other forms of income if YouTube automation is not a viable business model. So that's kind of my thinking. I also really like mindset self-help content related to like meditation or journaling or like just like self-help, like fitness stuff overall, like self-care. But I've noticed like I have a few friends that are posting that type of content, and it doesn't seem to be doing super well unless you're like a really big influencer. So I'm kind of more hesitant about that type of content, even though that's something that I'm really passionate about, and I think that I could post that consistently, even if it wasn't doing super well. So these are kind of all the thoughts in my head. YouTube automation is definitely not dead, but it's definitely going to be different moving forward than it was like 3 months ago or 6 months ago when like ChatGPT wasn't that big of a deal. So that's the video. Yeah, nothing else to say. I also am going to post more consistently on this channel, and those videos hopefully are going to be more well thought through and edited, as it's going to be my main focus rather than just having this as a side project. But yeah, if you still have questions about YouTube automation, I'm still working on it in the background, so feel free to like leave them below. But I'm probably going to make less videos about YouTube automation going forward on this channel and more videos about other things. I had a really cringe outro that I just said. I said like enjoy your day, so I edited that part out. But yeah, with that, best of luck to you guys, and I hope that this turns out to be a super positive thing.